Hi everyone, it's Dr. Mura again. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we're talking about how much should you be exercising for a healthy immune system. Given to the overwhelming response we received when we were talking about what kind of food we can be eating to boost our immune system, we thought we should add a little bit of aspect, important aspect into this. If you would have followed our updates, you would have understood and seen that how we highlighted that people who come down with a severe COVID-19 or its related complication is not merely a sign that they have a weak immune system, but that sometimes, because of many other reasons, that our immune response can be can overwork and end up harming us in a process. In the same breath, with the evidence we have today, we show some studies basically linking not only the pre-existing conditions such as hypertension, diabetes, and obesity, that these people are more prone to be vulnerable to severe COVID-19, but also that eating a diet that is pro-inflammatory, that is more like a Western diet, has also been linked to Western situation in people with this condition. And that is why the studies are now recommending more than ever before that especially patients that are going into having this going down this condition, they should have a food that is more anti-inflammatory, that is basically which is the diet centers around a whole plant food type of diet, because that is a food that is in nature naturally that is anti-inflammatory. But today we're going to talk about exercise. So what about exercise? Now, talking about exercise, by the way, it shows that the people who are regularly exercising, right? If you're likely to contract the common cold, if there is anything that you can eat or you can be taking everyday supplements or drug, besides eating whole food, of course, is exercise, because you can literally halve your chances of getting the common cold. But also, even if you get it, if you would have been exercising, you're going to reduce how much time you're going to be sick just because of exercising. And it's not only that, especially for elderly as well, even when they're getting old, you find that exercise is going to help preventing their age-related immune decline, and also things like falls on that nature. The good news is sometimes you can get some benefits of exercise without necessarily spending much of energy. For example, a study that showed that just letting the kids run around the house just for 6 minutes, they checked the immune cells circulating in their blood had increased by 50%. And that is really something great. But then you may be wondering, what is in the exercise, what is in the act of moving that help us decrease the chances of contracting these infection? Okay, this is what happened with exercising. So there is about 95% also of all the infection that we contract that affect us, they all start from They also started from the mucosa, these moist surfaces such as the eyes, the nose, the mouth. That's why we say don't touch your eyes and mouth and everywhere having not washed your hands, because you can literally be directly depositing infection into your system. Anyway, so these surfaces, the eyes, nose, the mouth, they are protected by antibodies called immunoglobulin type A or IgA. Now, this immunoglobulin help basically it is an immunological barrier that neutralizing and help preventing infection, attaching into our system. So that is why the people now comparing it, the study showing people the sedentary lifestyle type of group and people who exercise about 3 times a week for 30 minutes every day for 12 weeks. They checked the immunoglobulin type A was a 50 times increase compared to the people who didn't exercise. And not only that, these people who is having this, who had basically exercise boosting this IgA, even those who might have got sick, they have very fewer symptoms. So man, that is really powerful. Having said that, how much exercise should we get? Now, a lot of physical activity guidelines, including American physical activity guidelines, and which is also what WHO recommends. They just recommend 150 minutes per week of exercise. And by the way, that is a decline when you see what was previously recommended. That 150 minutes per week, that is comes to about 20 minutes per day. The previous it was like 30 minutes a day. Anyway, so when you say that is like the mere minimum one can do. But now there is this meta-analysis published in 2011, basically talking about physical activity and related and longevity, how much time really people could be exercising, and they found out basically people having a brisk walk for an hour, it's very good. But a brisk walk for 90 minutes even better, you know. And then you may be wondering why, if 90 minutes is better, why recommend 20 minutes? I don't know. I think people are so inactive that the people sitting making these guidelines, they don't want to discourage people. They just go for the bare minimum that one can do. So there is much you can. I believe, I mean, between an hour and 90 minutes is a good exercise. But the exercise not only for boosting your immunoglobulin, IgA. I mean, it's for your mental health, for cognitive health, for your sleep health. You sleep better. Cancer prevention. It's for controlling, lowering your blood pressure, and also for longevity. So exercise, it's a thing. It's the best thing to do, and shouldn't cost necessarily going to the gym. Now that we are even in quarantine, there's much thing that we can do. Having said that, I've seen so many people buying all kinds of things, exercising, a continued exertion, exercising too much also can override our immune system to the other end. I mean, from inactive to active, your immune system is improved, but then if you continue, if you exert yourself too much, your immune system can decline as well. So the balance has to be struck. So I think everyone can find a way of exercising, and start small, start moving slowly, but with time just keep it going. And there are so many, one of the things, exercise shouldn't be painful. Yes, you may feel some discomfort, but it shouldn't be painful. If it is hurting, you should stop, and always to contact your physiological specialist or your trainee. But if it is painful, don't continue, but we can do better than just 20 minutes every day. So I hope that helps. Let's keep moving. Let's keep eating what is health. Let's not keep touching our nostril, our mouth, our mucosal area, not having washed our hands, because we may be directly depositing this infection into our system. Thank you so much.